Just out of curiosity, just show of hands here, honestly, how many of you have ever been through times of change? Oh, a couple hands. All right, fantastic. How many of you have ever been in a situation where two people were in the same exact situation and they had totally different responses? One person was totally calm, the other person's freaking out. How many of you have ever had that happen? Fantastic. You know, it's interesting that we see this all the time. And if you take two people, put them in the same situation, and one person's freaking out, if you interview them after and say, well, what was it? Why were you overwhelmed? They'll blame the situation. They'll say, well, I couldn't handle it. It was just too big. It was overwhelming. And yet the person beside them manages the stress, manages the change just fine. It's interesting, my wife and I were actually stuck in the elevator in our condominium a couple of years ago. So it was Shannon, myself, third lady, three of us in the elevator, and the elevator got stuck in between a couple of different floors, literally stuck, like the doors are slamming shut. You can see the concrete divider, like one floor, it's banging shut, jamming up and down, trying to get unstuck. And this is happening for a couple of minutes. Finally, my wife, just frustrated, says, this is ridiculous. Give me your cell phone. I want to phone the building office to tell them to reset the elevator. Come on, we got to go. This is her personality, very driving, fantastic. I just love it. I have a different personality. I'm looking at the escape hatch to the roof thinking, Mission Impossible. This is my chance. I can hear the theme music. You know, doom, doom, doom. I'm going to climb out of here. I just thought it was funny. Well, the lady beside me did not find that funny because the lady beside me had claustrophobia. So what do you think her response is to being stuck in the elevator with the doors slamming and jammed between two floors? Well, her response was panic. It was, like she's just freaking out. And I realize this. I'm trying to be compassionate. So I just do my part to help. I do this. What was that? Just trying to drum up some business for my Overcome Your Fear seminar. There's my card. But the crazy thing is, all three of us are in the exact same situation. We're in the exact elevator. My wife is feeling frustrated. I just think it's funny. And the lady beside me perceives a mortal threat. You understand? Being stuck in a situation doesn't make you feel overwhelmed. It doesn't make you feel scared. It does not make you feel stressed. What you personally think about being stuck in the situation is what causes these reactions. Does everyone understand that? It's not the situation, guys. I mean, my goodness, I travel across Canada speaking to world-class organizations, and, you know, I love WestJet, by the way. Anyone out from the West? Anyone in Alberta, Saskatchewan? Just fantastic. I just love WestJet because they're funny. They're funny. They're not stuck up. They're funny. You know, they say they get on, they do the shtick, and they say, hey, anyone caught smoking on the airplane is going to be asked to leave immediately. You know, I just love them. And so I like WestJet, but I'm sitting there, and I fly enough that I've got my magazines and my stuff, and I'm watching the movie and relaxing, and I got a guy beside me who's just white-knuckling the armrest. You ever fly? How many of you know somebody just terrified of flying? So this guy's just praying to land safely. So this is like an invitation for me to have some fun. I'm like, did you hear that? Was that a bolt? Or if I get the window seat, I'm like, do you feel air? Is this on tight enough? There's my card. You know, you can't go through life too, nervous and, you got to relax. You got to have some fun. But here's my point. Every one of us is going to face situations that are tough. Every one of us is going to go through tough times. Do you believe this? You know, it doesn't matter if you're a Hollywood movie star, multimillionaire, every one of us faces tragedy. Every one of us is going to face good times and bad times. I don't know all of your names. I don't know all of your stories. I have the pleasure of saying hi and meeting some of you out in the hallway, and I hope to meet some more of you as the day goes on. But the thing is that without even knowing your names, I already know every one of us, including me, is going to face tragedy. We're all going to have good days. We're all going to have bad days. Everyone understand that? We're going to have good years and bad years, and that is the cycle of life. I mean, I have seen companies that I've walked into with sales targets, 8-figure, 9-figure sales targets on the wall, plaqued on the wall, and I walk in to deliver this talk, and they are all being let go. I'm like the bad news guy the last 18 months, traveling across Canada. Like 400 or 500 people in the audience, and the next day, pink slips, they're gone. And my message to these audiences is to understand, no matter how bad it looks today, whatever we're going through today, it always turns around. We've all gone through enough life experience to understand this is the way the game works. I mean, it's like we're passing through the seasons. We go through fall, we go through the harvest, then we face a winter. But eventually the spring and the summer come. It's like a roller coaster, guys, this game of life that we go up, we go down. We have a good day, we have a bad day, we have a good year, we have a bad year. And we have to, when we're at the bottom part of the cycle, we have to have the patience and the faith to understand it will turn around. Do you get that? You just have enough faith as it's going through the tough times. It can't stay bad. This too shall pass. And eventually, it's going to start to go up. By the way, if you're having a good day, give it time. Boom! Right back down. That is the way it goes.